What is up, my gamers? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the channel. As per usual, more CS news up and at 'em, okay? Especially if you're a North American fan. We have not talked about this on the channel yet, but today, let's just let it all out, okay? What are your frustrations today? What are you guys mad at? It might be me. It might be something random in your life, but what I'm mad at is Wildcard and the fact that North American Counter-Strike continues to struggle. We talked about them last major. Of course, none of those teams really impressed anybody, and the implosion of this Wildcard roster and the organization or the running and the management of this Wildcard team, it needs to be studied because it is a miracle these guys are even able to still play. I have never seen, I shouldn't say never. It has been a long time since I have seen management like this. Following the post-major run, what seemed to be the strongest North American core and team that we had seen rise-wise and consistency-wise, although it wasn't for an extended period of time, was Wildcard. There was not really much contention from other rosters out there, and at least they made the major, and they made a decent major showing because none of the major teams for North America did anything, but the potential was there with this roster. And what did they do post-major? They benched Fuzi, arguably one of their better, if not their best player, and they benched Stanislav, their leader, who had just recently, I believe, signed a 2-year extension to continue to lead this team. They benched those two guys. Then they sign a new guy in Peeping. Then they let someone else go. This time around, yeah, it's susp. And then they're like, wait, we actually need Stanislav back. And then they loan out someone like Fuzi because, of course, he's not in their starting roster. Then they call back Fuzi. Then they let Sonic go because Sonic luckily got out. JBA, save yourself. Like, what did I just say? What is this roster doing? And it gets even worse, as it was actually thanks to Dust2. I will link this full article down below with this full interview. I have never seen something this troubling, something this worrying, if this is somehow true, where Fuzi himself says that Wildcard management, at least some part of it, and the decisions for this roster came from ChatGPT. This is how unserious we are.
Pretty fast. So yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what they want to do. Maybe try to bring in some more firepower. But yeah, I'm not sure. We as players and the team, I don't think we had so much to say in it. I mean, obviously not me because I got benched, right? So, I mean, I'm not sure what happened. I heard ChatGPT was involved a bit with taking suggestions for players.
Is that, I'm sorry, but I have to interject. Seriously?
From what I've heard, yeah.
ChatGPT?
Yeah.
So like, hey, ChatGPT, if I want to replace Stanislav and Fuzi, who do you think should do it? I mean, that seems patently absurd and almost comical to do that.
And even after that, you hear in the video, he's like, wait a second, are you being for real right now? Are you being serious? As if the problems on paper weren't obvious enough. Welcome to America, boys, you know, where we take one of our top rosters, we shuffle them up a bit by asking Google what to do, which is ironic because ChatGPT, all these AI, they're pulling from sources, pulling from the internet. They're probably just pulling from all of the forums, all of the Reddits, all of the tweets out there around the Wildcard situation, which probably then corrected itself. And if you ask it what to do today, it probably says Wildcard is one of the worst run CS teams ever in American history. I don't mean to be that upset, but it's absurd the way this team has been handled, and it sucks to see these guys probably not even want to play for the team anymore. It is a literal implosion, seemingly caused by management, and it's been sucky to see. So let's move on to brighter pastures. Let's see what happens with Wildcard. They became a wild card very early on with their decision-making, and it might have costed them everything. And speaking of a team who has been kind of on a wrong pathway, although they can still make grand finals, they can still make semifinals every tournament they attend. They're not like a Spirit bouncing back from win-win, don't qualify, or last placings. It's Vitality, a still consistent top team in the world, as we all know, and they're coming off a close loss in an amazing series versus G2 we broke down last video. I'm still thinking about Blast London. Like, I was so unexpecting, and all of you guys who commented, you agreed, like, so unexpecting of this tournament, and it ended up being a great series and a great watch where a best of 5 finally goes the full distance, and G2 pull off the incredible upset. They are now back and stamping their win, and clearly it was a very close series, and Inferno was the decider of this matchup, a series which Vitality should have won and should have closed out, which a lot of people are pointing out the rounds, the forced round that actually brings this to overtime on Inferno, which of course G2 eventually take Inferno afterwards. Yeah, this is the round that changed it all.
The move. Hunter's always eliciting all the info plays. It's a chance where now the CTs are getting into position. Fresh smoke here as the full exec comes through.
Every single nade you could ask for. We do get G2 close. We will find them with a back turn. Here comes Zont1x. They lose track of him, and there's still a player in the back of the site in Ropz. He has so little health. They're gonna try to run him down. They'll clear this site. ZywOo with 3 kills to his name. Hunter on the attack. 12 down for ZywOo. They will fight tooth and nail. Soak up this moment. ZywOo wants world's #1 with a 3K to his name. It is still not enough.
It's the pressure that they
But it is apEX who takes to Twitter. I don't know why I said it like that. I'm sorry. But it is apEX who then took to Twitter to talk more about this. And clearly it's a frustrating thing. Like, they know they made a mistake that they needed to correct, and he acknowledged it on social media. As he said, here was a difficult moment because the victory was right in front of us. We didn't manage to capitalize on a super start on the CT side of Inferno. I think they were up like 6-1 at one point. Then a match point while they had no money, and we had the bomb site almost free. 1 out of 3, he continued, saying, we find ourselves scrambling to organize for 30 to 40 seconds just to pull off a simple exec on B. We missed a Molotov on triple. We should have won this tournament, whereas the start of the season, we should have never won Melbourne. It hurts, but let's take the positive and the team's renewed level. We're not yet at the level we want to be, but we're fighting and we're working. And that's what matters because unfortunately the result is something we can manage. Now a well-deserved rest before preparing for the second part of the season. Thank you all for the support. And then we had Ropz saying, we are lucky to have a captain as good and passionate as you are, and also for the fans with the amount of insight that you give. Not winning trophies recently, but our floor is really high. Keep the work ethic and we'll get more. As simple as that. Just a matter of time. That's a French word he ends that tweet with that I'm not going to try. And Ropz has been on a rampage on Twitter, by the way. My boy Chris, he was recommending what these pro teams can do so we avoid cheaters and all the crap going down in lower tiers of CS. And it's, obviously some recent stuff around Somebody. We have a few videos ago where we talk about the Asian scene and most particularly talking about Chinese CS, what Boros has accused Somebody, the player named Somebody, of trying to attempt kind of approach him to match fix. It's crazy. And so Chris was recommending we have a GoPro. And then Ropz is like, you know what? I got a GoPro. So I continue to, I love Ropz. It's hard to hate. I will never hate that guy. But it's nice to see Vitality at least being open about this. I think open transparency, being communicative is probably best for your fan base. And at least you're talking, because we see so many teams who start losing. I mean, we rarely see a team like Vitality, who is still one of the best in the world. And yeah, they can't finish it off, but they're still making semis and making grand finals, what seems to be, every time they show up. But at least they are transparent, because so many other teams out there, they don't take to social media. They don't even take to Telegram or Twitter to talk about things because maybe that's taboo. Maybe you're only supposed to do that if you know you can win or you're close to winning. But like, think about FaZe, right? We see tweets every time they're out of a tournament, and that's just about it. Maybe a Kerrigan vlog. It's always nice to see a bit past that doorstep. And so even someone like apEX giving us a little triple tweet thread of the problems inside Vitality and what they're trying to correct, I think goes a long way. Like, I love seeing that stuff. And then having Ropz respond, I'm like, okay, Vitality, the mood is better than I thought it was. Maybe that's just me. Am I looking too much into it? I don't know. It's nice to see from Vitality, though, and I do think they'll bounce back. And a team out there trying to bounce back, and I don't know what they're going to do because they apparently might have options. Finally, Tn1r has been announced as he will be departing Heroic and joining up with Team Spirit, because why not make this team somehow better? I say somehow better because, at first I was thinking it's going to be a definitive upgrade and this team is only going to get better, but this team has been on a steep downhill ever since winning back-to-back titles with Blast, Bounty, and of course Cologne, and they're coming off not qualifying for London, and then another one I can't even remember the tournament at the top of my head of last place finish. I mean, they went from win-win to pretty much, let's just call it last. They are a team out there that everyone has a giant question mark around. And now Tn1r will be joining the team and supposedly will be upgrading this lineup as we now have Magic's out and we have Zont1x out and we got Zwei in and now Tn1r coming in to finalize this roster, or what this roster will be for now. A lot of people wondering if Zwei will finalize himself in this team or if Zont1x will eventually return, because Zont1x now finally has spoken as well. Something people didn't expect. He asked to be benched. So that makes a lot more sense. As he had said, to anyone seeking more clarity regarding my departure from Team Spirit's active roster, after the major, I asked management for a break from competing due to several personal reasons. Since the organization needed time to arrange a transfer for a replacement, we agreed that I will have to play for some time after summer players break. I am expected to be back competing this winter. And so I'm like, is that back to the starting roster? Is that down to the academy roster? And if you're Zwei, you're like, wait a second. Wait a second, you mean to say, and he probably knows more than we do, and I don't know exactly what the future of this is going to be, because if he's back competing during the winter, is that post-major? Is that right before the major? And so what do we assume for the future of Team Spirit's roster? And we have yet to see Tn1r even debut for this team. I mean, this team has had such a roller coaster of success, highs and then very much lows, and they're still changing pieces. I don't know how management goes down in CIS, but it's still somehow better than what we got in North America. We can't do it. So I can't judge a team who has won more this year than America has in the last 5. So I'll leave my mouth shut and we'll see what Team Spirit does. Tn1r is in. Zwei is, on the starting roster for now, and Zont1x will be coming back competing sometime this winter. Who knows for who and where. But till next time, hope you guys all enjoy, as per usual, some more CS news. You guys have been awesome lately. Been reading all the comments. It's been really fun to watch CS, and it's been madness, man. And I cannot wait. Slowly as we get closer to the major to end this year, I'm just getting more excited. I'm like, I think back to the major earlier this year down in Texas, and I was like, that was so much fun to cover every single day. And I'm getting excited to cover every day of the upcoming major for all of you guys. So till next time, take care, drink up. Make sure to sub, and I'll see you back here sometime soon. All right? Cheers.